Hi guys, this is Mejia, your personal psychologist, and before we get to today's topic, I want to thank you for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel. I want to thank everybody who already subscribed to this channel, because my channel is a pretty new one, and all your subscriptions, all your views mean a lot, and I really appreciate them. So thank you very much, and just stay with me. On my end, I have plenty of good stuff that I can share with you here, and I'm intended to do so. So just stay with me and we both will be in a great shape. So now let's get to today's topic. Again, I can talk about so many things about psychology. I can dig deeper in some other psychological problems, but I see that narcissistic relationships is the topic that the most interesting to you. So you are clicking the most on narcissistic videos, you are watching the most narcissistic videos. So I'm just continuing a topic of narcissistic relationships. If you have any other questions, any other topics that you would like to discuss deeper, confidence, obesity, weight problems, addictive behavior, relationships, dating, anything that you are interested in, just comment down below and we will get to it. But so far, since you are watching the most about narcissists, we will talk about them. So in the last few videos about narcissists, we were talking about how to withstand to them, how to stand up to them in their way, how to be in these relationships with a narcissist, and how to survive. I really will use the word survive, because if you be in a narcissistic relationships, this is the very right word to use there. So how to stay in narcissistic relationships and to survive there. I will leave those videos in the description box below for you to watch, and there we were discussing how to behave with a narcissist to be able to maintain your own interests in these relationships, because narcissistic relationships is pretty much a one-way road where narcissist is the only one who is benefiting in those relationships, but you are the one who will always lose there. So here we are discussing different strategies, how you can be in those relationships. Doesn't matter where you have this narcissist that you have to deal with, to be able to maintain your own interests, to be able to maintain your own mental health, and to keep this narcissist kind of in control. So you have this narcissist in the most harmless way as it can be. So basically we were talking about that in the video Become a Narcissist in Narcissistic Relationships, and this video will be in the description box below, so watch that to understand what we are talking here in detail. And now let's talk about a narcissist that you will apply those strategy on. So what will this narcissist do, and how this narcissist will react when you will start behaving the way we were talking in those videos? So the very first option that a narcissist will pick as a reaction on your behavior is a reaction of acceptance. Narcissist will start behaving kind of like accepting that is this, that relationships now as is, and you are as is, and kind of put up with it. But no, this is just an illusion. Narcissist will never put up with you behaving as him. Yes, he will now be more careful with using all his manipulations, because he will see that you respond in the same way, that his manipulations do not work the way they used to work before, or the way they work on other people. Now a narcissist will be more careful about trying to put you down the way he or she used to do before, by devaluating you, by humiliating you, by comparing you to others, and so on. So now a narcissist will be more careful about that and maybe wouldn't do that at all, simply because you will respond the same way to him. And all that really can give you this illusion that he kind of like put up with it, that he accepted that now your relationships are like this. But please do not buy this illusion and do not assume that now you are in healthy relationships, because it never will be like this. It never was healthy relationships and it never will be. You are still in the relationships with a narcissist, and this is what you have to remember. And you have to remember because you might really get that illusion that now everything is like normal. Now you're kind of like in the normal relationships, but a narcissist never will accept that and will never put up with it. Narcissist will just wait. He will just wait for the right moment to be able to stab you to the back, and this will really happen. With the first occasion when you will have some emotional instability, when you will have some need for support, when you will be vulnerable, when you will be emotionally fragile. In this moment, a narcissist, instead of giving you support that you would expect in a healthy relationships, where this person that you are in a relationships with, it can be not necessarily your partner, it might be your family member, it can be your friend, whoever is a narcissist that you deal with, but you will expect support from this person when you're vulnerable, when you're fragile, when you need this support and you need somebody to kind of cuddle you. And exactly in this moment, a narcissist will stab you to the back. In this moment, a narcissist will take advantage of you being weak and vulnerable, that you wouldn't be able to activate right away to stand up to him the way you used to in your normal condition, in your normal state of mind. And he will take advantage and he will stab you to the back. How would that look? For instance, you had a conflict at your work, you had a conflict with your coworker or with your boss, and you really feel crushed and devastated because of this conflict. You feel that it was very unfair, that you worked very hard, but your boss was telling you that you are lazy and so on. So you are coming to this your narcissist assuming that this is somebody who will give you this support now when you need it so much. And this is exactly that moment of weakness and your emotional vulnerability, when a narcissist, instead of giving you support, will stab you to the back by saying, for example, this is the right thing that your boss said. I always told you that you are lazy. I always told you and you didn't listen to me. So now finally somebody else told you that. So here you go, and instead of giving you support and to understand you and to cuddle you in this hard situation that you are dealing with, he stabs you to the back, he throws you to the floor, and he's jumping on you. This is what will narcissist do, and he will wait for moments like this exactly to perform this his action of stabbing and somehow to feel himself better, the way narcissists always like to do. So just be prepared for this, that this will happen and this might happen, and for sure it will happen. And don't live in this illusion that now you are in a healthy relationships. If he is giving you this kind of like a message that he accepted that your relationships now is kind of like equal, it will never be like that, because he will take revenge in those situations where you are weak and vulnerable. So this was the first option of a narcissistic reaction to your ability to stand up to him in a narcissistic way. Second option of a narcissistic behavior that he will do when you will start behaving in a narcissistic way, that he will just fall off. He will fall off from these relationships. So he will just lose interest in being in these relationships because he is pretty much a traitor. A narcissist, or all these dark triad guys, all the psychopaths, they are traitors. They are traitors and they just need a victim to feed from. And when they will see that they are not getting their food from you that they used to, this emotional food to feel better when they put you down and all that stuff, you know. So when they will see that they're not getting it from you, you becoming useless for them. They're not interested in you anymore and they will just disappear from these relationships. But fairly speaking, if this is your relative or a friend or whoever that you are not physically or financially dependent on, this is the best option that can happen to you, really. If a narcissist will just decide to quit these relationships. Of course, because this is a narcissist, he wouldn't quit just as is. He will quit and he will leave a long tail after him about you. He will spread a lot of gossips about you among all your common friends, among family, where he will be saying how bad you are, how terrible you behave, how terrible your personality is. Of course, because now you're behaving like a narcissist to him, right? So now he will tell how terrible your personality is. But again, just let him talk whatever he wants and just let him disappear. This is the best benefit to you. And this is the best option that actually can happen here. And the third option of narcissistic behavior, and this is the option that I wouldn't want to happen to you, and it will be dependent on narcissist's mental health and in general his temper. So you know your guy better, so you can evaluate that more precisely. Narcissist might respond with aggression, and this aggression will differ upon his temper, his mental health, and so on. So be careful about that. And if you know that this person is prone to aggression, especially some physical aggression or something like that, so be very careful about using all those tools, because narcissists don't like to be fed with their own medicine, and they don't like to be put down. And you have to be very careful if this specific one is prone to aggression. So now, guys, you know how narcissists behave when you use their own medicine to them, right? So they don't like that, of course, and they will react in a very different ways, again, depending on their temper, on their mental health, and many other factors. Please write down below if you had any experience with narcissists that reacted in some way when you actually behave to them the same way as they do. Share that information. It will be very helpful for me and for everybody who is watching this channel. And now hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and see you in the next video. Bye.